This is Dolly and Corey with two Irish Scouts, and we are back with Larry Mainland.
I'm not Irish.
Larry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not Irish. I have Irish blood in me, but I'm not Irish. So.
That counts. We've got Irish blood in us, and we claim
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay. Okay.
I have a
This is the
question.
Celtic
You're a
Isle.
Mainland.
Mainland. So I have a serious question. I've been looking at your pictures, and there is one that looks like you're wearing a giant marshmallow, like a big white suit. You know which one I'm talking about,
Oh
hopefully?
yeah,
What is that?
it's a full body cast.
Okay, and what was that from?
It is from the Three Stooges. I am in
Ooh.
a full body cast from head to toe. The only thing sticking out is the roundness of my face, my fingers, and my toes.
Ooh.
I was in that for 4.5 hours to do that
No
part
way.
of the
Uh-uh.
movie. Oh yeah,
I bet you that was a lot of
Matt,
fun.
you don't drink for a few hours before you get. Trust me.
I bet
No
you don't.
And
coffee.
and you got. I was asked. I give you a story on that. It's really kind of funny. I get a phone call from L.A. and it was 8:30 at night, I think. And I had just finished eating, and this guy goes, "This is so and so from um, such and such." I forget what his production company, what his stunt company was, and he says, "I'd like to speak to Larry Mainland." I said, "Speaking." He said, "I was given your name by," and he told me who referred me to him. And he says, "I'm wondering if you'd be interested in a part in the new movie, the Farley Brothers' new movie, The Three Stooges." I said, "Sure, what you got in mind?" No, just very casual. On the inside, I'm going, "Oh, gosh, yeah," you know, "Oh, wow." And from LA, even, And I'm wondering through my head, are we shooting this in LA? All right. Well, as it turns out, they're shooting it in Atlanta, and he wanted to know if I was claustrophobic.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. Never have been. He says, well, the part would entail you being in a bodysuit for a couple hours. I said, what do you mean bodysuit? He said, a full cast, head to toe cast, but you only be in there for a couple hours, and could you handle that? And I said, sure, I guess so. He said, you ever been in a cast before? I said, no, not in for anything. Never had a broke arm, leg, anything. Never been in a cast. Well, do you think you can handle it? I said, yeah, I think so. I get off the phone. After all that, I looked at my wife. I told her what was going on. She says, can you do that? I said, I have no idea. I said, but to be in the Three Stooges, yeah, I'll do it. Somehow, some way.
Wow.
So, and I figured, of course they said you have to go and get fitted for it and all this kind of stuff. So I go down to Fayetteville to who was doing the making of the props and all that kind of stuff. And they put this thing on me. And the way it's done in sections to where it's probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 sections
Wow.
to it all. And when you put it all together, and then they wrap it up with whatever kind of tape that you wrap it up at the end. When you're having a cast done, they do it kind of in sections. You ever had a cast?
No.
No.
Neither one of them? Okay, when they do it in layers, and they wrap it with kind of a tape at the end, it all hardens, and it becomes solid. And so in this case, they have this, they do the cast, they put it all together, and then they wrap me. And when they wrap me, then I would have to be cut out of it. Now, when they made the cast, they didn't do the wrapping. Okay, and we had all different parts of it. And they just made sure that those parts were right. So then when we get on the set, they put all these parts together on me, and then they start wrapping. And then it becomes one solid piece. And once that happens, you're in it. And you can't move. And really, you can't move. And I could turn my head back and forth a little bit because the head was a little bigger than me. because at one part of the scene I have to kind of duck down. I wonder if I can duck down into the cast. I said, do what? And the director goes, well, we want you to kind of duck down in there. I said, you realize this is a solid piece. He says, well, see what you can do. So I'm figuring out how do I kind of scrunch myself down and get to where I can get from my chin at least down to where it comes to my nose. Where only my nose and up is sticking out where you can see it. And I about got it down to that. And it was just kind of scrunching down. After 3.5 hours, my left shoulder started itching very badly.
Ooh.
And I found out that there was enough room with the padding inside. There was enough room to where I could think about rolling your shoulder. Just sitting there, just roll your shoulder frontwards and backwards. I can do that and rub it on the cast. And you don't think about going to the bathroom ever, at all.
No coffee.
No coffee.
No coffee.
No water. They kept coming up to me with a bottle of water with a straw saying, you want some water? I said, oh, hell no. I said, if I drink any water, I'm in big trouble. But they're 2 hours, just like anything in the movies. It never is what they tell you it is.
Right.
And their 2 hours turned into 4.5.
Oh, wow.
And,
Wow.
and then they had to take a Dremel and cut me out of it.
Ooh.
And then they brought me back in the next day to do some makeup scenes of me laying in bed with the cast on. Well, unfortunately, the people that built the cast and all the pieces, they were there the first day. They weren't there the second day. So they had a PA, which is a production assistant. They had 2 production assistants trying to figure out what pieces went where.
Oh, it's a jigsaw
Kind of
puzzle.
Yeah, it was a jigsaw puzzle, how to put this thing back on me. So they're trying to figure all this out. In the meantime, when they were getting me out of it the day before, they were in such a hurry of pulling all this stuff off me. And, like I said, they had to cut me out of it with a Dremel. Well, in pulling it all out and everything, of course, the padding that's built into the inside, that all came out.
Oh, no.
And came off and everything. So when they put me in it the second day, half the pieces didn't have any padding anymore.
Ooh.
And as it turned out, when they put the jigsaw puzzle together, it's like instead of using an upper arm on my upper arm, they used it on the leg, and the leg was up on the upper arm.
Oh, no. Oh.
And they taped it up the same way that, they did it before, only this time it was just white tape. And so it wasn't that it was in there so hard. It wasn't as solid of a deal, but what was there was either rubbing tremendously hard on me because there was no padding, or with the wrong piece, it was sticking me in the wrong place.
Ouch.
And so I'm laying there, we're doing this, and get this shot, and do that shot, and can you do this? Okay, we do that. And so after 45 minutes, they said, okay, I think we got what we need. I said, good, get this damn thing off of me. And one of them was trying to cut it off, and the other one was trying to untape it, this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting here as fast as they got even close, I'm pulling the pieces off.
Wow.
And it was interesting, but it paid well.
Now, what about Corey's favorite movie, Contagion?
Hey.
Oh, you mean Contagion?
Yeah, that's how she said it. That's how she said it.
Don't make fun of me.
Pick on Corey.
It really does. It really hasn't got anything to do with incontinence at all. But now, Contagion was a great movie, and I was auditioning for that. And it was really kind of funny. I was called up and asked if I would come and audition for a part in Contagion. I went, okay. Well, there are some people in the business that all seem to do auditions for the same kind of scenes. And the guy that was the #1 zombie in The Walking Dead was also called to come audition. His name is Travis. I don't want to say his last name wrong, so I won't say it, but it's Travis. He played, in season 1, he was 52 different zombies.
Wow.
Dang.
Give you an idea. He's also the guy that was, who the RV zombie was?
Right.
Yeah.
Boy stuck a screwdriver through his eye. That was Travis. Travis was also the old man at the camp scene where Amy got bit back in season 1 when they took out Amy.
Right.
He was the old man zombie that had a sunken, caved-in chest.
Oh, wow.
I remember
Just
that.
it just looked so good. Yeah, well, that was Travis. Travis makes me look fat. But so Travis was there for the audition. A guy that there's a zombie that they call the woodchuck zombie, and from The Walking Dead. His name is Charlie Leach, and Charlie was there at the audition, and I worked with Charlie in another place. My favorite boyfriend, my future boyfriend. When we did that thing, he was playing in a band for that scene in a restaurant, and I was one of the restaurant patrons, and so he knew me from that, and of course from The Walking Dead. Anyway, and a couple other people and all that kind of stuff. So they were already there and sitting in the lobby, and I come walking in the door, and Charlie goes, "Oh hell, we might as well leave now." And I went, "What?" And Travis looks up and he says, "Yeah, might as well leave. You're here now."
Wow.
They're giving me a hard time. Well, just messing with me, playing with me, that kind of stuff. And of course, we do the audition and all that. Well, I won the audition. And one of the few times I do auditions. And but I was a crazy person that had gotten this disease, this contagion. And I bust out of the crowd and I come to attack Lawrence Fishburne as he drives into CDC. And the way the scene goes, and I ended up cutting almost every bit of it. It really ticks me off, and it's a great scene. I wish I could get it. But I jump on the hood of the car as he slowly passes by the crowd. And he's looking at the crowd. Well, I bust out of the crowd past the people guarding it, trying to keep the crowd back. I bust through and I jump on the hood of the car, and I'm laying on it, and I'm beating on the windshield like crazy. And they have a camera set up on the inside that's looking through the windshield, and they shoot it from outside and inside. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs at him and everything, and because we're mad at him because we're all dying, It's the CDC's fault. And so it's really a great scene. And they manhandle me back and throw me back and all that kind of stuff. But the whole darn thing got cut except for a real quick clip in the trailer. And I tell people, I said, I hate it. If that wasn't an insult to injury, when they did the credits, they wrote me and said, we're making this, because this is being shot all around the world, there is just tons and tons of credits. And they said, we're going to have to limit who, whoa.
All right.
Hear me? Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
ringtone.
Yeah, I love that. I Adam Sandler. But, so anyway, they said we're going to have to limit the credits. And I went, oh man, and I said, well, we want to know if you do make the cut of where we're going to limit the credits, if you are going to be credited, how do you want your name spelled? Because on my driver's license it's Lawrence, but I generally go by Larry. So they wanted to be sure. They had both, of course.
Right.
And so I told them which way and all that. Well, darn if they didn't keep me out of the credits, too.
Seriously? Aw.
And
Aw.
so I'm cut from the film. I'm in the trailer. I'm cut from the film pretty much. They cut me on the credits. But this has been, 3 years? 3 or 4 years now? I still get my residual checks. I love it.
There you go.
But, I guess that's really all that matters. So I can't prove to anybody that I'm in contagion unless you look at the trailer. But I can show them a whole bunch of little bitty checks. They're not big, but hey,
There's no way you can
Hey,
get a hold
little
of
bit
those
counts.
parts that they cut out?
be truthful, I haven't tried. I keep hoping that they're going to do another CD of them, a DVD, that shows the outtakes, the deleted scenes.
Right.
Because a lot of stuff, when the deleted scenes, is kind of cool. For instance, if you get the big edition of The Walking Dead that has season 1, if you see that in their deleted scenes, it shows me what a lot of people don't realize. They took 3 of us and they made CGI, which is computer generated images of our look. And in doing that, they created all the CGI zombies from us 3.
Really?
That is so cool.
So,
I didn't know that.
people, it was really kind of neat, but it shows you, part of that to where it shows us, with a green screen background and all that kind of thing. It has turning around and all that kind of stuff. But they use those images to create. So I tell people, technically, I'm only in episode 1 of season 1, unless you count CGI. Then I'm probably in every episode somewhere, somehow.
Wow. I didn't know they used that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
It
really
really
is.
is cool the way they do that. And they do other techniques too, but they do that as well. Because you're looking like when that huge horde coming over the hill, or this last one when they were down in the quarry
Yeah.
Right.
and all that. I mean, there was no way that there was that many
That's true.
zombies,
Yeah.
So you're doing that with either camera techniques of doubling up on the same group, or they're using CGI to give you different zombies, different combinations in that look. They're just creating more and more.
So
As for instance, the one at the fence when they were coming through and busting through the fence there at the farm.
Right.
If you freeze, or better yet, if you get the still of them leaning, trying to get through the fence, if you'll notice, like there's one guy with long hair, long brown hair, and I found him 4 different times in that picture.
wow.
So I never noticed that.
Check that out.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I guess it makes more sense though, than rather than have a whole bunch of people out there. I guess it would be easier.
Oh, they still have about 100, 150, but that you
Oh,
probably
my
max out at about 100, 150 to be able to do it in one day.
Wow.
I mean, it takes. I remember when we did the 150, that was it, or 120, I think it was, the tank scene downtown.
Hmm.
It took, I think there were 10 or either 15 makeup people
Wow.
doing an assembly line of us, just one right after the other. I mean, we're standing in line. This one did our hands. This one did our base makeup. This one did the prosthetics. This one did the final finishing touches. And you kept going down an assembly line. 150 people. It would take 2 or 3 hours just to get them done.
Right.
Sorry, my doggies are going at it.
Oh, that's okay.
Is there a mute button? So of all the movies you did, which one was your favorite, or do you have a favorite? Or is that a hard question?
The one it is a little hard. The one I
Yeah.
had the most fun of working
There you
with
go.
people was Level Up, which is me in the steampunk kind of look. One, I love the makeup, and the guy that did it did a fantastic
Yeah,
job,
he did. It's awesome.
and I was very, very pleased with that. And let's see, Level Up is about a video game gone haywire, and the characters in the video game are coming out to attack the teenagers that play it. And there's 4 teenagers, 3 guys and a girl. The 3 guys, they play online together, but they don't know each other. But when the creatures somehow, one of them's a geek, one of them's a jock, and one of them's the town or the school troublemaker. And they're great friends online, but they don't know who they really are. Okay, they don't know each other. Well, when the characters of the video game come out into the real world because of what the geek did something wrong, and he created a situation that opened up a loophole type thing, or a wormhole, that let the creatures of the game come out, and it attacked a dry cleaners, I think, or something in the town, and they were talking about it. That this particular giant monster, man, he came out of my town and tore up so and so's thing and says, "Hey, where do you live?" Well, they found out they all lived in the same town. Then they got to talk a little more, and they found out they all went to the same school.
Uh-oh.
So they still don't know each other's name. They said, "We need to meet. We need to meet because somebody's going to figure out that something's gone wrong, and that this is our game. And they're going to blame us, and we got to figure out how to stop this." So they go to meet at a softball field behind the school, and they found out, well, the jock has always picked on the nerd, and both of them hated the troublemaker because he didn't like anybody. So none of the three liked each other, and yet they became close friends during all this. And the girl was just found out what they were doing and all that. She wanted to become a part of it and everything. Anyway, the teenagers themselves were great kids. And I think one of the things that got me, I've been doing, since The Walking Dead, so like I've been in the movie TV business on and off very casually, but for 6 years now. Well, here I am in Level Up. It's been a couple of years, and I'm starting to have fun, feel a little comfortable, about what I'm doing, this, that, and the other. Well, one of the stars of this TV show comes up to me, the little girl, and she said, "Mr. Mainland, can I have a picture with you?"
That's
Aw.
so sweet.
And I'm like, "Oh, wow." I said, "Only if you let me have a picture with you."
Oh.
She says,
Aw.
"Oh, of course, of course." She says, "You're so nice and you look so cool."
Aw.
And I was just cracking
How
up.
did your son feel about all this?
Oh, he thinks it's cool.
I bet.
It's a mixed emotion. I've got grandkids. Some grandkids love it.
Mhm.
It's cool. Granddad, grandpa, as I'm called. Grandpa does weird, zombies and all that kind of stuff. The guys like it. The girls are kind of like, ew. And so they don't like it too much, but the guys like it. The boys like it. And Jared, his biggest thing is he wants to get in the show. He wants to be in a movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And he wants to be an extra in a movie. Well, that's a little hard to do. He's slow at various things. So we've got one. He was supposed to be in the original Sick People. And but then when it got down to doing the movie itself, we weren't able to work it out. So Ken Farrington, who said that he's going to do it again, we'll get him in another movie. And so we'll work it out sometime or another. We're going to figure out how to do it. But in Sick People, I play more of a ghost than anything. We're not sure whether we're real or alive or we're ghosts or whatever. You have to watch the movie, but it hasn't come out yet. They're about to release it. And but he was going to be one of the ghosts, and all he had to do was just stand there, So we're going to come up with something to get him in a movie. But he thinks it's kind of cool. He plays it when we go to conventions. He tries to trade my autograph picture. I can get you an autograph picture of my dad. I'm trying to trade that for stuff, merchandise. But we've been to enough conventions now. Most of the people he tries to trade stuff with, they know him. And they know me, and they all have pictures. So now it's more less of trading autographs and more of trying to work out a deal.
That'd be awesome.
I can they'll come to me and say, "Well, I can let him have it for so and so, but I've already got, Larry, I got such, I got $20 in it, so I got to get at least 25. Man, $45 on the marked up on the on the convention floor. He said, I got to get at least 25. I said, okay, I'll give him 24. That's around, I'll give him 30 or something. We'll split the difference. But I rarely pay full price.
No, I wouldn't think so. So now what'd you do with Goosebumps?
Goosebumps, I was a ghoul.
Okay.
In fact, there's 8 ghouls in Goosebumps. And at the time, we had to say when they did the movie, 7 of the 8 were walkers from The Walking Dead.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Okay, but now the one that wasn't a walker has been a walker this season. So now we can say all 8 walkers, all 8 ghouls have been walkers on The Walking Dead,
That's
Yes.
cool.
and most of them were all key hero zombie, you know, hero walkers. Kevin Galbraith, which was Swamp Walker. Who all was it? Charlie Leach was there. Bicycle Girl was there. Abby Miller was not there because she lives up in North Carolina. So that was a unique thing. Anyway, there's a whole mess of us. I'd have to go back and look because I don't know. Some of them were in later seasons and I didn't know them until I got there and saw them in Goosebumps. I mean, I haven't had any interaction with them. So, but every single one of them are now part of it. We Goosebumps, if you know the storyline, Goosebumps is a bunch of books and all that kind of
My
stuff.
kids grow
But
up
what
with
they've
those.
done is,
Mine
Yeah.
too.
so, you know, with the kids, they know all the different books and everything. With this one, basically, all the monsters in the books, of the original 64 books, you probably are representing 30 or 35 of those monsters are in this movie.
Wow.
They get out of the book, and the whole thing is the teenagers and Jack Black trying to get these monsters back in books. Well, the monsters are all headed up by Slappy, the ventriloquist dummy.
Ooh.
Slappy's one mean dude. He is our leader.
That would be creepy, the little dummy thing. Don't like dolls. Never liked
Oh
dolls.
yeah. If you haven't seen Goosebumps, you gotta see. There's 2 movies you gotta see. Of all the movies I've done, 2 that you really need to see is you gotta see Three Stooges.
Oh, yeah.
It is absolutely hilarious. And it's a family movie. Everybody would love it. And Goosebumps is a cute movie that is also family friendly. And if you're involved in Goosebumps, the books at all, either yourself or your kids, then you got to see the movie because they do a good job of putting it all together.
Those are on my list.
And yeah, those are 2 that I would highly suggest. Level Up is a good movie. More so if you're into video games, it would be a cute storyline there. More for anywhere from 10 to 14, 8 to 14. There, these are all stuff you can get them on Amazon. Stuff like that. I was also in Lawless.
What is that movie
Right.
about?
That's now you hit me. 3 brothers in the hills of Virginia, I think.
Uh-oh.
They're moonshine runners, and Shia LaBeouf is in it, and all that. Anyway, I played a preacher handling a funeral. That's all I can say. A funeral. I was a preacher handling a funeral in that, and I'm wearing a long black frock from all the way down to my ankles. But most of that part got cut because Shia LaBeouf didn't like being interrupted.
Oops.
So anyhow, so really the only thing you can see on me on that was from the back of my head and me walking away. So you never really see the front of me in that movie. I don't know. A little bit here, a little bit there. I've done a little bit of stuff. But my favorite probably would be Level Up, Three Stooges, Goosebumps. Goosebumps, I had a lot of fun.
I bet.
And to me, that's the biggest thing. If I don't have fun, I'm not enjoying it. You know, I do this for fun. It's nice to make the money. Don't get me wrong. I'm retired now, but I want to do it for fun.
That's what
I
it's all
just
about.
You know, I just want to have a good time and do it, my deal. I tell people, look, I don't like auditioning. I'll be happy to if I have to. But in general, I have a look and I have a manner. And if you need me to come be me, I'll come be me.
There you go.
Yep.
But don't ask me to be, I'm not a tree.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a tree, what kind of tree are you? A dead one. I don't know. You know, I'm just me. And I like doing that. Now, I can tell you that I have done 2 TV shows. This falls in the category of, when you read my bio, using current things that you can't talk about.
But they're TV
Well,
shows.
I can talk about it. I can talk about 2 of them.
Yay,
Awesome.
okay.
Yay.
There is a new TV show. I can't tell you much about it, though.
Okay.
There is a new game show on TBS, Turner Broadcasting System, called Separation Anxiety. And I say that it's more millennial type of programming because of the jokes that they do and the words that they say, and they have to bleep and this, that, and the other. It is a cable show, so obviously, but it's a game show to where you're taking a couple, any kind of couple. It can be a gay couple, it can be a straight couple, it can be 2 college roommates, you know, but a couple. And they're supposedly coming online to play a game show, a small game show, a web type game show. Well, what it really is, instead of being just a little web type game show, they're actually involved in a nationwide game show. It's a lot bigger. But one of them's playing the webisode thing, thinking that's what they're doing, and for small money and that kind of stuff, but having a good time. There's a little audience sitting there and all that. Well, then right outside the room of where that is, there's this huge audience, and the other person's over there finding out that instead of playing for a small amount of money, they're playing for 100 times that amount of money. In other words, instead of playing from $10 to $2,500, you're playing from $1,000 up to $250,000.
Wow.
But the person that's playing the game doesn't know that. So the whole thing is the person that knows what's going on gets to pick the category, but can't influence the other one. And if you stop, you take whatever money you got, and you stop and you quit. Okay, but if you keep going and you miss a question, think of how to be a millionaire, or would you like to be a millionaire, or whatever. If you go to a question, if you miss that question, that's it.
Lose.
You lose. You leave with nothing. So if you're playing for $500, you walk in, you're playing for fun, that kind of stuff. You may want to take your $500 and go home. You may want to try for $1,000. Hey, you didn't have anything coming in with, right? Well, what you're doing is you're gambling $50,000 versus $100,000. But the guy playing the game doesn't know that.
Wow.
Wow.
It's so left in the dark. Wow.
Oh, yeah. So you can imagine the person that knows what's going on, like,
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
well, the person playing the game, there are certain different distractions that happen at least once. There's little distractions and stuff all over, but there's some key distractions that happen along in that may tie into one of the questions and that kind of stuff. Well, I'm one of those distractions. That's the easiest way I can say it. So I'm in one of those, and so far I have not showed up. It's either going to be next week, sometime in the next 3 weeks, I should be on the show.
And this is on TBS?
On TBS, Separation Anxiety, Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Writing that down.
You can imagine if it's at 10 o'clock, that it's not for school kids.
Gotcha.
A lot of
Yeah, just the innuendos and all that they're definitely millennial types.
Right.
And it's a funny show. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of cute. But anyway, until I see the couple, and they don't, if you look it up on TV, they just say it's a game show about so and so. They don't tell you that week or anything. It's just a general, description.
Right.
And it's like, okay, so I have to tape them and I have to look. If I'm lucky, I can see a commercial a few days before and see what couple is going to be on. I'll know I'll be on there because I know the couple. But until then, I don't know. But that's separation anxiety. Now, have either one of you ever heard of a TV show called The Carbonaro Effect?
Yes. He's like a magician, illusionist, whatever you want to call it.
Yep, he is a
Yep.
magician.
I know who he is.
The Carbonaro Effect is on True TV, and I think it's at 9:30 at night, but don't hold me to that. These are all Eastern times, of course. But I had the pleasure of being involved in one of the illusions on that, and they told me that it would probably be April or May,
Okay.
sometime in April or May, when that one that I was involved with airs. And so that was cool. We had fun doing that. And Rhonda and Jared came with me when we came to meet and talk. We did a kind of a test the first time. And to give you an idea there, all I can tell you is the episode that occurs at the Georgia mansion.
Okay.
The
Georgia
governor's
mansion.
the governor's mansion. Georgia governor's mansion. That's where it was done. So it was kind of cool. We were going to meet them, or I was going to meet them, and talk over what we had to do and that kind of stuff, and just make sure that we were okay with what we were going to do. They said it was okay for me to bring Ron and Jared. So all three of us drove up there and everything, and she was sitting there. Ron and Jared sat in a little kitchenette off of the main dining room downstairs in the governor's mansion. And I guess where they do a lot of the cooking for the banquets and all that kind of stuff. So she's sitting at a little table there and everything. And I went in and was talking with Michael Carbonaro, and talking with him and the other illusionists and different crew members and what we were going to try and do and how we're going to do it, this, that, and the other. And so while I was talking to one of the other people, I had made a statement that my wife and son came with me and all that. Michael thought that was cool, so he went out to meet him.
Oh, how awesome is that?
Well, it was pretty cool, except here's the funny part. She'd already had people different crew members walk around and, talk and all that kind of stuff. Talk to them. And Michael walked out. Now you gotta understand, my son, Jared, has seen the Carbonaro Effect. He knows the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was sitting there, but now he's a typical teenager. He's sitting there playing with his phone. He's not paying a darn bit of attention to anybody. And so Michael walks out, and he's got on, just regular clothes and all that, because you notice that most of those stunts and everything and skits that they do, he's wearing regular old clothes.
Right.
And so he's wearing just regular clothes in this one. And he walks out, he's got a stocking cap on or something like that. He says, "Hi, I'm Michael." Ron goes, "Hi, Michael." And he says, "I understand you're Larry's wife." She says, "Yeah, I am." And she says, "What do you do here?" Because she talked to all these different crew people. She said, "What do you do here?" He says, "Oh, not much. It's just my show." And she says, "What?" He says, "I'm Michael Carbonaro."
Oh
And she said, she went, I.
He's fascinating. I've watched him several times and cannot figure out how he does it.
He is an extremely nice guy.
He seemed like he would.
He's just as pleasant and down to earth as he could be. And I had just walked through right after he did that, and he says, "Your wife didn't know me. I'm crushed." And she's like, "I'm sorry, And I said, "This is my son Jared." I said, "He knows who you are." And Michael looks up. Jared looks up and goes, "Oh, hi."
Teenagers.
Yeah, it's like no big deal. But you got to understand that we go to a lot of conventions.
Oh, yeah.
That's true too.
You have a lot of celebrities there. And Jared's gotten kind of blasé about he doesn't care who they are.
See, the
He says,
you
"Hi,
and
how are
Johnny
you?"
Depp.
You know, just, "Hi, how you doing?" Oh yeah, well, that's not Johnny Depp, unfortunately. That's a
Really?
lookalike. That guy is he's the best lookalike of anybody I've met, and I've met
Wow.
probably about 6 or 7. That guy's dead on. He's out of St. Louis. His name is Aaron, and he is Johnny Depp. I mean,
He
he
looked
is
like
Jack Sparrow. He looks
wow.
like him. He acts like him. He talks like him. Everything about him, he's got it down pat. And I had fun with that. That was why I was trying to mimic him. With that blasé, with the hand thrown out and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to be involved in one of the illusions for the Carbonaro effect, and that one will be fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'll
That
be
will be
watching
so.
for that, definitely.
Yeah, that one was fun. And the girl that we pulled it on, the first girl we pulled it on screwed us up.
Uh-oh.
She wasn't supposed to turn around at a particular point, and she did.
Oh no.
And caught us in the act. It's like, oh man. So that ruined that. But the next one, she did just like she was supposed to. Totally unassuming and everything, and she got blown away. Did not know what was going on, and
Wow.
I hope they follow that all the way through. It'll probably be near the end because she played it right. She was like, I knew it. She was good. She was good. But that was fun. Both of those were fun. And those were just little things that I got called and asked if I'd be interested in doing it. And that's what I do now more than anything else. It's people go, well, you need to audition for this and do that and the other. I'm not trying to go out and become an actor. I'm not trying to be anything special. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I have a look. I'm known quite a bit in the business. If I'm what you're looking for, give me a call. That kind of thing. And but I don't really want to go out looking for a lot of stuff. Jared's doing better, but I'm homeschooling him now. And I don't know, I'm more involved in Jared now than I am with anything else.
Right, which is understandable.
Exactly. Yeah, your kids and everything. Yeah. Um, I drew a blank.
But yeah,
You drew a blank.
I drew a blank.
Well, how about this? How about we take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about your son, Jared.
That
That
sounds
sounds good.
right.
Okay. We'll be back in a minute.